Move on to the Houston Texans. They are one of the few teams that have not actually kicked off training camp. So we do not have any reports coming from their way, but it is going to be a Something funny down there, Giggly Bits?
Yeah, I'm confused. They should have let Houston start training camp back in March.
I was wondering the same thing.
They need the most practice. And why are they waiting to start? They need to be the ones first in line.
I was wondering the same thing, and like how does it? Maybe you guys will be able to answer this question because I don't know. How does the training camp like?
It's based on schedule. It's based on like when you start your games and stuff. That's why the Raiders and the Jaguars open first because they have that first game.
Oh, okay.
So there's so many. Yeah, there's a time frame for each. So it's just when you play and all that.
Yeah. Don't teams with new head coaches get to go early too, though? I thought when you had a new head coach, you get
playing. Yeah, Dougie P, Mr.
The Jaguars and Raiders open camp first because they play the preseason game August 5th.
Next week? No, August 4th. Next week.
August 4th
or next Thursday.
Just fine. Tomorrow the Jags will be down by 20.
Well,
yeah. So there is a calendar on which teams can start when and why. So it's not like Houston has a choice to start when they want to start. I'm just saying, if I'm the NFL, hey Houston, hey Jacksonville, hey guys, y'all suck. Get out there in June and start getting to work. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's dive into Texans camp though, because this is one of our few teams that we can actually say we're previewing their camp. New offensive coordinator Pep Hamilton is taking over. AJ, what should we expect to see in this offense?
I love Pep Hamilton, man. He's a great coach. Like, he's a player's coach. Players love him. I mean, out of the NFL, you can go back and when he was coaching the XFL when they were showing those games, his players are always rallying around him. We talk about energy. Pep Hamilton brings that to the players. But what he also brings is a familiarity with Davis Mills. He was a quarterback's coach last year, and they really kind of hit it off and made some strides. He really got to him at the end of the season. Davis Mills, I think it was, I know it was 3 of the last 5 games, had multiple touchdowns, was throwing over 65% of his completion percentage. But the other thing, too, is that Davis Mills has familiarity with the Stanford offense. He was working with David Shaw for the past 2 years with him, and this offense is something that Davis Mills is very, very familiar with. Last season's in Stanford, it was, 3,468 yards, 18 touchdowns in 13 games. This is some stuff that he's familiar to. So Pep Hamilton, on top of being familiar with Davis Mills as a quarterback coach, now comes in as an offensive coordinator, has familiarity with the players. The guys love him because he knows how to use their skill sets. Now, with all that being said, it's still the Texans. So I think they're going to make strides. I think we're going to see Davis Mills make strides this year, and I think Pep Hamilton will have a decent amount to do with that improvement.
Now that we're back on live television, we're able to answer these type of questions. And I know Bailey's been dying to ask these questions live. Over under 20 touchdowns for Davis Mills this year, AJ.
If he's healthy the whole season, over 23, 24 touchdowns.
So just barely. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going gangbusters. And if he does, congrats. But yeah,
that makes sense. I did see that. I did see your boy, Dylan, your boy, Rex Burkhead ended up talking about how excited he is to have Pep Hamilton as his new offensive coordinator, bringing a lot of changes, a lot of movement, a lot of special type of plays to spice up this offense. And I say your boy, Rex Burkhead, because, well, the infamous fantasy football
got us started.
That is what got us started.
Rex Burkhead said they're going to be running special type of plays.
Yeah, he said that they were going to be running like the offense is going to be, I can't remember the exact quote, but he said the offense is going to keep moving and it's going to be
they're running Stanford's offense. It's a West Coast offense. It'll be a dink and dunk passing game and then incorporate some vertical routes, some stuff to get the ball deep to guys like Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins. But it's not going to be special by any means. This is an offense that's going to protect Davis Mills from making mistakes.
I tell you, every time I hear Pep Hamilton, I think of his days with the Indianapolis Colts, and those were sad times with that offense. But obviously, he's turned the corner.
You're absolutely right. It's not some new innovative offense. It literally is a West Coast offense, short passing game. They incorporate a few vertical routes, but it's going to be designed so Davis Mills doesn't have to do too much. He doesn't have to worry about making too many mistakes. And yes, that will help them as a team, but it could prevent them. Like, it's going to prevent them from winning football games. He's not going to let Davis Mills just air it out. And that could prevent them from capturing wins, but it'll protect him and just his growth as a quarterback. And I think that's where that comfort level comes in for him.
Wait a minute, fellas. Now, this is just strange. Has he had a Stanford quarterback at every stop? Andrew Luck, 2016 was Kevin Hogan, and now he's got Davis Mills.
Guess so. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, the fact that you said Hogan was in there, I stopped thinking.
That is an interesting note. But their new head coach in Houston is obviously Lovie Smith, and the Houston Texans. We were raving about how they had a very good draft, headlined by Derek Stingley and what was it, Jalen Petrie, being on the back end of it for this team. Lots of new faces. Aaron, how does this defense look as a whole heading into camp?
I love the defense. And the reason I say I love the defense for a couple of reasons. We're not just talking about the personnel that they've added, right? We're talking about a defensive-minded head coach, a guy that has had great defenses in the past, and I think that's going to play here. He knows what it takes to put a good defense on the field. Everything that I've heard, and again, this was AJ. Shout out to AJ. Everything I've heard about Jalen Petrie is that this dude is a different breed of football player. He's versatile. He's a leader. He's like wise beyond his years, that he's going to come in and make an impact for that defense right away. And to have a quarterback on your defense for that a defense that's so young right now is important for them. Then you get the talent of a Derek Stingley Jr., who obviously we still need to see what they do or what he's able to do coming back after not playing for a while. But I like the foundation that they've done. They've incorporated a lot of young talent with some guys that have played football before, the Christian Kirksey's of the world. I know Malik Collins has been kind of up and down over the past few seasons, but a guy that's played football a long time. I like the kind of mixture that they've put together of veterans with young players to kind of incorporate what they want to do on the defensive side of the football. I'm excited for them defensively more so than I am offensively. I think the weapons on offense are few and far between, right? We're talking about Brandon Cooks, and you're hoping something. I mean, John Mechie's now not playing. You're hoping maybe you get somebody on Marlon Mack to stand out or something like that. Yeah. But outside of a Brandon Cooks, what do they have weapon-wise that we're like, you know what, that guy's going to show up? So that scares me. So, but their defense, it looks formidable, at least the way it's currently constructed.
A lot of developing has to go down in Houston to be able to get them to the next step. But we'll see. Their training camp obviously kicks off today. If you're watching us on Friday, tomorrow, if you're watching us live on Facebook right now.